Decided to just pick up the camera now because if I don't start these vlogs, I don't know if I ever will. I am about to sit down and edit my first ever YouTube video, which you would have seen already. And Sundays are actually a working day for me anyway, majority of the time, working evening, shall I say. So on a Sunday, I always write out our weekly newsletter. So our weekly newsletter is essentially a newsletter I send out to the community every Monday at 12 p.m, where I kind of like give like a breakdown of like what I've been doing throughout the week, building Show Up Sis, things that have been going well, things that have been going wrong, updates on any events or new events that we have. Because we now have so many events happening at Show Up Sis, it's easy to lose track of like what is going on when events are announced. It's my way of keeping the community together as it grows, because as it grows it's easy to lose that connection between the community. And we have our WhatsApps, but personally, as an ADHD girly, I struggle with WhatsApp messages, daily messages, having to respond to people immediately. I'm such a long form person where, or like, if you tell me to meet you somewhere at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday for a coffee, I'm going to be there. If we want to text all day long, I can't do it. So we have our admins within our WhatsApp who are amazing. And I also obviously do talking now as well. But I found that like the email is just a way where it's like people know, okay, every Monday I show up long form, more detailed, keeping everyone in the loop of like what's going on. And it's structured for me and my ADHD brain. So that is what I do. And then this is another reason why I've started the vlogs as well, because it is easier for me to just ramble whilst I'm working or pick up the camera and talk on different topics, sit down and do a video on a certain topic or area, or just pick up this camera whilst I'm just doing Show Up Sis stuff anyway, as opposed to like talking consistently at all times, trying to keep everyone in the loop. So that's another reason why I started YouTube. And I'm currently sat with my lentil chips. Obviously, the bag has been ripped because my 1-year-old got in there before me, but it's fine. And oh my goodness, and a pear. So I'm now going to see if I can edit this video and how it turns out. And if this video makes it live, then that means that I actually posted the first video. So well done to me, go Chanel. I forgot to say, also tonight I have a welcome Zoom call. So at the start of every month at Show Up Sis, we do a welcome virtual chat. So again, this is another one of my ways to chat with the community, welcome new members in, reassure anyone that's nervous about attending events alone. I ask any questions about Show Up Sis. People, if they've got questions, like that's a really good time to ask me and I can answer. And again, it's like I show up for the community. Of course, it's literally the community that I've created and I love it. But these are the ways in which I show up, which I can then be consistent in. You get the gist? You get the gist. It's just finding ways of working for my brain and ways in which I can then be consistent without burning out. The bedtime routine is done. I am now uploading the first video, which is crazy. Hopefully I got like a 1 view. And then I'm going to hop on our welcome call. So we shall see how this goes. We'll see how many people we get joined. And let's see how it goes. I need to actually remember to use the microphone as well. On tonight's plan of action too. You hear, baby? I need to respond to applications because I am starting to hire people within Show Up Sis. So I've put out for volunteer roles for our walking club, our hiking club and our track nights, and then paid roles for our event support and event leads. So we are at a moment where I'm at capacity what I can do by myself. So it's time to bring people in, which I'm super excited about. Who I have is, my standards are so high, which I'm aware of, and not everybody understands a startup. So whoever I bring in, I need them to really understand how a startup is, how messy it can be, how scrappy it can be, how fast things can change, as opposed to joining a established brand or business where it's very commercial, it's very corporate, and that is not what it is at Show Up Sis. We are just building something from the ground up, and I need people who get that as well. I also need to plan out our speed mating and bingo nights. So at Show Up Sis we do probably quarterly a speed mating and bingo evening. So we get we get sponsors to sponsor prizes such as spa retreats at the Mount Mason, afternoon tea for two at the Hilton, Able, the gym wear brand, they sponsor us vouchers, which is incredible. We have like Pilates classes, nails, lashes from like people within our community who have businesses. And then we do speed mating, so all of the girls get to chat and connect. And it's just an iconic night. But I really want the first year one to be super, super big. But I feel like because I've had so much going on, that time is creeping up on me. And also my partner is going to be going away on the day of that event, and he has a really important work opportunity as well within the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a lot in our household, but we're going to make it work. And also tonight I need to plan out the bingo night, the running of it, how I want it to flow. Any additional games or any like resources that I need to order, I'm going to order them now so they arrive in time. And what was the final thing? Oh yes, the final thing on my list is I need to find a new venue for our track nights. So I was planning to do weekly track nights at Alexander Stadium, which I'm hoping we still will, but we booked it in. We said, yep, this is the time, this is the day. And then I was told that the track is closed for the whole of August. So I'm like, how can I launch the track nights if the track is closed, you know? So we have the track night there next week, and then, no, the week after. And then we're going to have one there probably on the 29th of July as well. But I need to find a new venue now. But then this is the thing. These are the things that happen. It's like I already had a plan for August, and I'd already put out the plan. But now the plan's got to change. And I've also just locked in our venue for our lifting club, which we're going to be starting. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. We also have tote bag painting next week. There's a lot going on. And tonight as well, I need to write the weekly email, as I think I already said. So that's my evening. I've just put the kids to bed, and then this is what I do. I kind of just make myself comfortable and I get to work. But and a lot of the time people say like, how do you do it? How do you manage it? And the thing is, like, it might sound crazy, but work is like my escapism. Like, I enjoy it. Like, I get excited about sitting down in the evening and doing work. I know not everybody can resonate with that, but it's like my escapism. It's my creativity. It's where my creative juices flow. And I just love it. So I will check back in and see how much we actually get done tonight, because I'm not going to lie, I'm tired. So I've just finished the call. I've now got my dinner warming up in the microwave. Chicken, rice, like sauteed vegetables, peppers, spinach, kale. I'm going to put a bit of gravy on it because I just fancy like roasting the vibes. And in terms of my food, it's literally just chicken every day because it's just quick, easy. And then I've found a new stadium for our track night, so I've sent my inquiries over to them. I've also wrote out my email, the body of my email. So what I do is, let me turn it around. What I do is I write it all out on like my Google Keep, my notes. Really, really long. It's kind of like my journal entry section of the newsletter. And then I will put it into ChatGPT to sort out my grammar. So I've been doing the newsletter since the start of the year. So ChatGPT knows me really well. So I don't use ChatGPT to write it. I use it to just sort out my grammar, because from when I was studying law at uni, from A-levels, from everywhere, it was always that my grammar is the problem. It is the problem. So I've always enjoyed writing it out myself, and then it just cleans it up. And then I'm going to add in our like wellness tip or insight of the week and a business one as well. And I've also just put in that my first YouTube video has gone live. So yeah, I'm going to eat my dinner, and then really the only thing I need to get done is planning out the bingo night, and I need to respond to the applications, because yeah, I might do that now. The other thing that I find difficult with being a startup is that when you're hiring, it's like sometimes you don't know what you need, or like with Show Up Sis, you don't know exactly how many hours it will be. You don't know exactly when the events will be. Everything is very here, there, everywhere, and it's hard to then bring people in when everything is so all over. Like, it's not all over, everything is so, it's not just this, oh, every Monday we do this, or every Tuesday we do this. It's just like this event here, this is the monthly schedule, and it's like I don't necessarily know what I will need. Saying all of that about the hiring, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 calls booked in for Monday to Wednesday for our volunteer roles, event support staff, event leads. I also have someone who is the personal trainer, which I'm waiting for her to get back to me on a time, as that would be so beneficial for starting our lifting club, as I don't want to be the only one who does it and coach. I still haven't ate my food. This is what happens. I get distracted and I've still not ate, so now I'm gonna eat. It's literally 10 to 9, which is not good, and then I'm going to plan out our bingo. Update, it is now 10 p.m. I am kind of multitasking, so I love Molly May. Like, I love Molly May, so I've got Molly May on, and I am about to create a visual for our Show Up Sis lifting club. So as you can see, I love Molly May. Like, I have always loved Molly May. Oh, let me just do her justice. Oh, it's not helping, but I love Molly May. So I'm going to make a visual for our website. So I use Canva to make all of my website visuals, and I do a really cool backdrop behind each one. I'm just trying to find where our lifting club one was, and I can't see it. That's fine. So show up sis lifting club. We are finally launching the lifting club. I find Canva so good for visuals. I do all of my flyers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm against AI flyers within a business, using them for your business. I know it's so tempting, it's so much quicker, it's so much easier, but there's no visual identity when you're using an AI flyer. When I see an AI flyer, I just automatically don't read it, I don't look at it. If you're trying to build a brand or a business and you want to stand out within a crowd, you need people to be able to visually identify you, whether that's a flyer, your website, your tone of voice, whatever it may be. And when you see an AI flyer, I don't see that business as a serious business. I know this could be controversial, but it doesn't help when you're trying to build a visual identity and a brand and stand out from the crowd in a world where there's so much noise. We consume so much each day. There's so many different flyers for so many different things, so many different videos to promote stuff. If you just look like everybody else, it's not going to convert. It's not going to convert. Also have a mug like literally the size of my head filled with green tea. This is the mug that I got for my partner for Father's Day, but I just kind of stole it. He's saying like it's too much liquid. I'm just like, but you have 2 coffees, you have 2 teas, like just put it all in one. But he's like, I want to have it at my own pace. But me, I can just drink like a whole fountain of green tea in one go. But drinking this much at this time of night is probably not a good idea, especially when you're moved to with a pelvic floor that is not strong. But it's fine, we move. So what I've done with the flyer is I've literally just put like this cute background behind it. And this isn't really a flyer, I keep saying flyer, but this is basically just a visual for the website where people would go to book. And with our flyers, I'd do the same visual, but I would just put the location and the time. I keep it really simple, really clear. I don't need to add loads of more text. I don't need to overcomplicate it, just to grab people's attention and for them to look at what it is. We are now at 10 to 11 and I have started the bingo planning. So what I've done is made a huge bingo to-do list. So we have organised bingo prizes, make speed mating, make find assist who cars, and everything that I kind of need to do in order to get prepped for the bingo. I'm then going to work my way tomorrow to make like our visuals. I want to like brand it really, really well this time so we get more shares across our social media. The difficulty with Show Up Sis events, because a lot of people come alone, they're not naturally like sharing it on socials or tagging us that much because people are nervous to take pictures, take videos, because of course the majority of people come alone. So I really want to cultivate a space this time where people are taking more content, sharing it, so then we can reach more people as well. I think I'm kind of set for the bingo. This is our 4th Speedmate in a bingo event, so it's kind of like good to go. It's just making sure this one we do things extra special because it is the first birthday. And aside from that, I think it's time to shower. It's time to shower. But this is the reality of being a mom and building a business at the same time. Like, a lot of my evenings are spent, as you've seen, in the same spot working. But like I was saying earlier, like, this is my escapism. A lot of people think it's crazy, they don't understand it, but this is so fun to me. Managing, building the business around being a mom is so difficult. There is always some kind of trade-off. There's always some kind of thing like you're not doing enough in either of the areas, and that's something that I'm really trying to get better at and really trying to manage. But I do find it very overwhelming at times, when a lot of the time I'm thinking I need to do this, that for work, or I could be doing so much more within my business. I feel like Show Up Sis could be so much more further ahead than what it is, and it's just like, do I want that though, is what I'm trying to think at the moment. I could try and build it out into a national organisation, community, but it's like, do I want that alongside building a mom? And I think that's one of the things that women especially should think about in business. It's like, what type of business do you want for your life? Do you want a business where you can pick up kids after school? Do you want a business where at times you might actually be able to shut off? Or do you want to just build a huge, massive business, but that also then comes with more stress, more pressure, more needed of you at all times? And as I had a business beforehand which demanded and took a lot of me, with Show Up Sis, I'm really trying to build something that is sustainable around my life and how I want my life to be as well. I'm not in it to just chase financial, and as it's a community brand and it is a community, that hasn't been the main driver for it from the get-go, and it still remains the same today. So it's just really figuring out, where do I want this to go? What do I want it to be? How big do I want it to be? Just because I can go big and I could put more into it, is that what I actually want for my life? So that's the note I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to get in the shower. I'm probably going to be up at 5:30, 6, as I always am. I usually go to the gym in the morning, but I'm probably going to have tomorrow off, and then I've got Pilates on Tuesday. And yeah, we're going in tomorrow. But if you have found it somewhat interesting to see me basically sit in the same space all evening long, then give it a like, give it a subscribe, and follow along for the crazy journey. Thank you. Quickly, before I actually do go, I've finally showered. You will be happy to know. And what I use on my skin, Medicube pore pads. I can't live without. I never get spots right, and I've got one of these spots where it's like, every time I wash my face, it's just cutting my skin. So I just put this all over. I actually have a really weird chronic illness, an autoimmune condition, whereby I haven't actually been able to do skincare in so long, in terms of like putting products like this on my face. My face was not washed very well at all. I literally had the quickest shower ever. Don't recommend. So to be able to actually put stuff on my face now is kind of cool. I'm still on referral for immunology. I'll probably go into details about it one day, but yeah, I can now actually use product on my face. So I use the pore pad, and I go in with the Medicube collagen triple serum. Again, glass skin. This is the one for you if you want that glass like glow. I am obsessed with this. I usually use the vitamin C moisturiser from them, but I've actually run out. But considering it's like night time, I'm sure I'll be fine for one day to not have that moisturiser. But I'm just going to use the Sunday Riley vitamin C brightening serum on the top. I don't know if this is meant to really go on top of this, but hey ho. I've never actually used this one before. I have used the Afterglow vitamin C by them, but I'm just going to add this one on today. So I do try to like do my skincare, as I said, now that I've been able to do it for the past few months since my condition has been better. I have been loving just taking a second to do my skin. I'm going to finish off with this. This is the Afterglow by Sunday Riley moisturiser. And then what I'm gonna actually try get into bed. To be honest, if I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna order a few like branded things for the bingo. So like the branded napkins, you know, the branded straws, a neon sign saying like she showed up. I'm gonna do that quickly, and then I'm actually gonna go to sleep. I'm not lying about that. And that's kind of it. I usually do my neck first, but I'm not used to being on camera like this, so I was a bit scared to talk about my autoimmune and my neck. But my autoimmune condition was basically on my neck, so I had chronic hives. So now that I've used that on my face, I'm probably not going to be able to put this on my neck properly, but I'm just going to use my hand. So this is the Nurse and Caring Skin Fix, and genuinely this product saved my life. I'm not even joking. I'm going to insert a picture of how my skin was. So basically I would flare for anything in terms of like food I ate, if it had high histamine, if it had high histamine, gluten, anything would cause me to have hives and rashes all over here and on my neck. Now it has gone down so much, and the only product I've been able to use the whole time is the Nurse and Caring Skin Fix. It is genuinely unbelievable. I then on my body, hair on my body, I use their body balm. Like, I'm not joking, I've literally got 3. I've got 3 of these. The Nurse and Caring Skin Fix, I get through about a part of this a week. I wish I did bigger ones. I do actually have a code for this because of like the Show Up Sis community. I ordered a few bits and I'm going to go to sleep, and then I think I'm going to start a proper weekly vlog. So if you want to still come along the journey, if you've made it this far, that's bad. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what we get up to next week.